If you think about it, 1/3 of your life is spent sleeping. 8 hours a day is 1/3 of your life. And a lot of people think that's a waste, right? They think that they've got to be doing something for as much as time as possible. Do this, do that, get this done, get that done, this experience, that experience. They want to fill their lives with so much that they sleep 3 to 4 hours in a night. Now sleep is something that's, you're supposed to get 7 to 8 hours of sleep, depending. Some people need 6, some people need 7. 8 is an overkill, because it's the body's way of recovery. It is when the body regenerates and recuperates from the day's activities. Because the things that you do, when you exercise especially, your muscles actually tear apart. You actually put your body under a lot of stress during the day just by your activity, which is why the body needs to recover. So you have the body resting, but the mind does not rest during sleep. Okay? The mind is always active. There are periods you have 90-minute cycles. And very often, if you're used to sleeping at say 10:30 and you stay up till about 11:15, it'll take you another hour and a half before you can fall asleep. Have you all noticed that? Mm-hmm. Yeah, it will. And the thing is we do is that we fight this. I can't sleep, I can't sleep, I can't sleep, why am I not sleeping? And then you start thinking, oh my God, she's going to say this to me tomorrow, and then how am I going to deal with this? And oh God, my mother's feeling sick, and my father's not well, and my husband is doing this. The thoughts take over. And then you're wide awake. The worst thing to do is to act on it. I'm not awake, let me turn on the light and watch some TV. That completely destroys the rhythm. If you sleep, even the body doesn't get full rest, because when you get into your REM sleep, you have stories coming up, right? Your subconscious sending up images, and very often if you wake up during your REM sleep, you'll have an elevated pulse and blood pressure. I've woken up with very high blood pressure sometimes. It's an anxiety-filled dream. So you're really not getting rest either for the mind or the body. An hour of meditation is equal to about 4 hours of sleep. So if you cannot sleep, a good thing to do is to get up and start meditating. Normally, as soon as you begin that Ujjayi breathing is the breath that you'll find that you automatically do right before sleeping. You know, when you're in a meditative state, in the sense that you're not awake, you're not asleep yet, and your breath becomes slow, the muscles in your throat relax, back of your throat closes, and some of us snore, and some of us can have that long, deep Ujjayi breathing. So Ujjayi breathing itself can induce sleep. So these are the different things you can do if you're not able to sleep. Right? The worst thing is if you're sleeping next to someone who has fallen asleep in 10 seconds and you're wide awake. If you have enough activity during the day, and if you are happy with everything that's going on and content with your life as it is, you will sleep. You will sleep. Because that's the natural rhythm. But if you're going through a period of difficulty, when your life as you know it is breaking down, then there's not going to be much sleep. When you're sick, my own case and my mother's case, for the last 3 weeks she has slept 2 hours a night in spite of medication. When you're preoccupied with something, the sleep is going to elude you. And one thing that we need to accept when we can't sleep is that we can't sleep. So you rest instead. Because if you think about it, if you're running, what is the rest? Walking. If you're walking, what is the rest? Sitting. If you're sitting for several hours, what is the rest? Lying down. And if you're lying down, what is the rest? Sleeping. So if you cannot sleep, then you rest. At least rest. But not just rest your body, rest your mind. Rest your mind. You have to continually, even at night, pull back from the scary stories, the business deals that are not going through, the health that is not good, the relative that's sick, the money that's not enough, the house that needs something, and move to a nice ocean and watch the waves, or sit by the pool, on a boat. Anything that takes you away from thought ladders. It is chains of thought that keep us awake. And there are certain nights, I'm a very good sleeper, but there are certain nights that if I cut into that 11 o'clock period, I just can't sleep. I just can't sleep. And it's a little frustrating. And the medicines that you take for sleep, they leave you very listless the next day. So ideally, you should not take medication to sleep. The perfect situation, if your body is in a good state and if your mind is in a good state, you don't need anything to go to sleep. Just the sheer fatigue of the day, the body requires the rest, it will automatically lapse into sleep. And those that sleep less actually run a higher risk of disease and illness, because the body does require a certain period of repair. That happens only when you sleep. It cannot happen, if you keep going. And most people that can't sleep, they get onto their phones. That's the worst thing you can do. That's the worst thing you can do. Don't act on because there are very few occasions in life that you get to do nothing. If you just accept that now is my time, I'm going to lie down and do nothing. Because every day, all day, people are taking from you, isn't it? You're always on the go. You're trying to fill your time. You don't sit and do nothing unless it's time for meditation class. That's the only time that you tell yourself, Okay, I give myself permission to relax. And that's why you go into meditation. You've already told yourself, as soon as she starts speaking, I'm going to relax. This is my meditation class. So you relax. Similarly, when you go to sleep, when you go to lie down, there's got to be a ritual that calms and disengages from activity. So you cannot watch TV till the last minute, or, be running around or take a shower right before you sleep. Although some people say that relaxes them. A warm shower might, a warm bath might. But there should be a ritual before you sleep that is calming and protecting. Either creaming your hands and feet. When you massage your feet, there are certain centers that get relaxed and you just drop off to sleep. I find reading spiritual books and watching a spiritual video right before sleep gives me the best sleep, because you suddenly feel as you're sleeping that everything is all right with this world. And in that mindset, you go off to sleep. So keep a book, a book that you like to read, or watch a video. I listen to videos at night. I put off the light and I just listen to it. And as the video turns off, my phone goes off and I'm asleep. So that's the last thing I hear. So it's a very calming feeling. The days that I watch a show and then sleep directly, I do get a disturbed sleep. Because whatever you might say, the subconscious doesn't understand the difference between real life and the videos that you see. So whatever you're seeing is going in. It's going in, getting filtered through your senses and settling into your subconscious, depending on whether you're anxious about it or happy about it. Those images start coming up. And you have no idea whether the people that you see in your dreams or the things that disturb you at night are people you've seen really or on TV. It could be either. So last thing at night, do things that calm you. Drink a cup of chamomile tea, or warm water, warm milk. Maybe have a warm bath. But 15 or 20 minutes before sleeping, read something uplifting. Read something that tells you, makes you feel that life is good. Everything is just fine, just the way it is. And very automatically you'll fall into sleep. No, sleep disorders have become a big thing nowadays, right? Everybody, is taking medication to go to sleep. But there are a lot of natural supplements that you can take that can make you sleep, like teas and, milder things like melatonin. Stay away from the drugs. Stay away from the glass of wine. Those things are not things that you really need to go to sleep. The idea is to get rest for the body without any pharmaceuticals or alcohol. That's the ideal, right? That's what we want. And honestly, if you meditate, even if it's for 20 minutes, you're getting 4 times the amount of rest. Because meditation is rest with complete awareness. So it is a much deeper rest that you get, because you are able to see the thoughts that are coming and waft them away. Whereas during sleep you can't. You have no control over what comes up what thoughts are coming, what nightmare is going to come, is it going to be a restful night once your eyes close? That's it, right? Then your subconscious completely takes over. Meditations also clear up the impressions that have been accumulated in our subconscious. You'll find if you continually meditate that certain incidents from the past come up. You suddenly recall them. And they are unresolved issues that you've had that really work themselves out. And that's why meditation, in addition to sleep, is excellent. So the next time you can't go to sleep, we've done the Yoga Nidra meditation, right? Maybe I'll do that one today. Do the Yoga Nidra meditation, the one that really gives the deep sleep, deep rest. And if that doesn't work, just sit up for 20 minutes. If you can't sleep anyway, you might as well meditate. You can't go and watch TV, you can't do anything else. By the time you're done with it, you'll be in such a relaxed state, automatically you'll fall asleep. Don't worry, the body takes what it needs. The body takes what it needs. We complicate matters by getting agitated about them. Oh, I need to sleep for 6 hours, 7 hours, 8 hours. There are days that you can go on 2 hours sleep. And there are days that you need 10 hours, The body takes what it wants. Trust your body. And lots of suggestions today.